Welcome back to English Nailed It. I'm your host, Martha, and I have to tell you, I've been having a lot of conversations lately with friends, with students, about a feeling that I think is universal to anyone trying to master a new skill, and especially a new language. It's that feeling of starting out with a burst of energy, only to find it fading away, leaving you wondering if you'll ever reach your goal.
And I'm John, here with you as always. Hello, listeners. That feeling Martha is describing, that's the core of what we're unpacking today. It's the central drama of every personal journey, the internal battle between two powerful forces. We're not just talking about grammar rules today, we're talking about the psychological engine of learning itself. And before we dive deep into this essential topic, we have our own little engine to fuel, this podcast.
That's right, John. If these conversations about the real, human side of learning English resonate with you, please help us keep them going. Subscribe to English Nailed It on your favorite platform, whether it's YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen. Every single subscription tells us that this content matters, that it's helpful, and it allows us to reach more amazing learners like you, building a community where we can all grow together.
And while you're there, take that extra half second to give this episode a like or a thumbs up. It's the simplest way to show your support, and it helps other learners who might be feeling stuck or demotivated find this conversation. You might just be helping someone have their breakthrough moment. Now, Martha, you were setting the stage beautifully. That initial burst and then the fade.
Yes, so let's name our two characters in this drama. On one side, we have motivation. Motivation is the superstar. It's the flash of inspiration, the emotional why. It's watching a TED Talk and feeling like you can conquer the world. It's booking a trip to an English-speaking country and feeling that thrilling mix of excitement and panic. It's meeting someone who speaks fluently and thinking, I want that. Motivation is powerful, emotional, and it's what gets the project off the ground. It's the catalyst. Without a spark of motivation, nothing begins. You don't buy the course, you don't sign up for the class, you don't even open the app.
It's the opening ceremony of the Olympics, all fireworks and fanfare. But as we know, after the opening ceremony, the athletes have to actually compete day after day in rain or shine, whether they feel like it or not. And that's where our second character enters, often standing in the shadows while motivation takes the spotlight. This is consistency. If motivation is the spark, consistency is the slow, steady burn of the log in the fireplace that keeps the whole room warm all winter. It's not glamorous. It doesn't give you chills. It's quiet, repetitive, and often boring. It's the daily practice, the review, the showing up when you're tired, busy, or just plain not in the mood.
That's the perfect distinction. Motivation is a feeling. Consistency is a behavior, a discipline, a system. And here is the critical, life-changing realization for any learner. You cannot rely on a feeling to sustain a long-term project. Feelings are, by their very nature, temporary. They ebb and flow. If your English practice is chained to your level of motivation, it will become a roller coaster, intense peaks of activity followed by long, flat valleys of nothing. And in those valleys, doubt grows. You think, I've lost my motivation, so I must not be cut out for this. That's the lie that consistency exists to defeat.
It absolutely is a lie. The plateau, the dip, the feeling of stagnation, this isn't a sign of failure. It is a universal phase of the learning process. It's not you, it's the process. This is the exact point where motivation abandons most people. They're waiting for the feeling to come back and rescue them. But the successful learner knows this is the moment to switch engines, to stop depending on the volatile fuel of motivation, and to start running on the reliable system of consistency. So the million-dollar question is, how? How do we build this system when we are, frankly, human, when we have bad days, busy lives, and wandering attention?
It starts with a fundamental mindset shift from goal-oriented thinking to systems-oriented thinking. A goal is, I want to be fluent in English. A system is, I will engage with English for 20 minutes every weekday. The goal is the destination you may never quite feel you've reached. The system is the vehicle you get into every single day. The focus shifts from the distant, often intimidating horizon to the very next small action. And to build that system, we need practical, almost mechanical tools.
Let's talk about the first and most powerful tool, the micro habit. This is about making the initial action so laughably small that it requires almost zero willpower. The biggest barrier is often just starting. So you don't commit to studying for an hour. On a low-energy day, that thought alone is exhausting. Instead, your commitment is, I will open my Duolingo app and complete one 5-minute lesson. I will listen to one song in English and look up 3 words from the lyrics. I will write 2 sentences in my journal about my day.
The psychology here is brilliant. By making the task trivial, you disarm the resistance in your brain. It's so small you can't reasonably say no. And here's the secret magic. 80% of the time, once you've done that tiny thing, you'll find a bit of momentum. You'll think, well, I'm already here, the app is open, I'll do one more lesson. Or, this song is good, I'll listen to another. The micro habit isn't about the volume of work. It's about winning the battle of initiation. It's about keeping the pilot light lit so the fire can easily be built up again when you have more fuel.
Tool number 2, habit stacking and environmental design. This is about not relying on memory or decision-making. You stack your new micro habit onto an existing automatic habit you already have. For example, after I pour my morning coffee, existing habit, I will do my 5-minute vocabulary review, new habit. While I am on the bus commuting home, existing context, I will listen to this podcast. You also design your environment to make the right action the easy action. Have your notebook open on the table. Have a podcast episode already queued up on your phone. Put your textbook next to your favorite chair. You remove friction.
Tool 3, non-negotiable tracking. Get a physical calendar or use a habit tracking app. Your sole objective is to put an X on the day for completing your micro habit. This is powerful for 2 reasons. First, it provides visual proof of your consistency, which is incredibly satisfying and builds a new identity. I am someone who does this every day. Second, it focuses you on maintaining the chain, not on judging the quality of any single session. A bad, distracted 5-minute session still gets an X. The chain doesn't care about your feelings. It only cares that you showed up. This protects you from the all-or-nothing perfectionism that kills progress.
And we have to address that all-or-nothing monster directly. It's the voice that says, I missed yesterday, so my streak is broken. I failed. I might as well give up. This is the ultimate motivation-based trap. Consistency-based thinking says, a streak is a fun record, but it's not the point. The point is my long-term average. So I missed today. The system resets now. My next action is my next X. Consistency is profoundly forgiving. It doesn't demand a perfect past. It only asks for a simple present action.
Now, does this mean we throw motivation out the window? Absolutely not. Motivation is precious fuel. The smart learner uses motivation strategically. When you are in a motivated phase, after a great conversation, after watching an inspiring movie, don't just burn that energy in one long study binge. Use that high energy state to set up your future unmotivated self.
That's a masterstroke. When you're motivated, that's when you pre-plan. You schedule your conversation classes for the next month. You create your playlist of podcasts for your commute. You write out your micro-habit plan and stick it on the fridge. You prepare healthy study snacks for when your willpower is low. You are the kind boss setting up your future employee, you, for success. Motivation builds the system. Consistency runs it.
So let's bring this all home with a clear action plan for every listener. Your journey to English fluency is a marathon, not a sprint powered by sparks. Step 1, dig deep for your core why. Write it on a card. Is it for career advancement, for travel, to connect with family, for personal pride? This is your motivation, your North Star. Step 2, immediately use that motivation to build your consistency system. Choose one single tiny micro habit related to English. Make it so small it's impossible to fail. Step 3, anchor it. Stack it onto a rock-solid daily habit you already have. Design your space to make it easy. Step 4, track it without judgment. Get the calendar. Celebrate the X, not the content of the session. Step 5, when you feel motivated, channel it into strengthening the system, not just doing more. When you feel unmotivated, trust the system. Just do the tiny thing.
Remember, fluency isn't built in the glorious, motivated 3-hour study sessions. It's built in the 10 minutes you spent on Tuesday when you were tired. It's built in the 5 minutes on Thursday when you almost forgot. It's the compound interest of daily, tiny deposits into your knowledge bank. Motivation gets you to the bank, but consistency is what makes the deposit, day after day after day.
We truly hope this deep dive into the psychology of learning empowers you. If this perspective shift was valuable, please help us pass it on.